That's it for part one, but coming up after the break, there's some ghostly goings-on in Manchester.
You call out, say whatever you want, and let's see what happens.
Okay, I'm just asking because I'm really intrigued to see if you can connect with us somehow. So if you're listening and want to connect, then make a noise or throw something or push me over, anything, please.
Welcome back to City Life. Still ahead in this part of the programme, we're going to be looking at one of the most important pieces of playwriting of the 20th century, Samuel Beckett's Waiting for Godot, which is currently on stage at the Library Theatre. But first off, Derek Acorah really rose to fame with the TV programme Most Haunted, but he's coming to Manchester next week. Derek brings his one-man show to Manchester Opera House next Friday and Saturday. But before all of that, Steph Elmore met him at Brannigans in the old Methodist chapel above the pub. Now that's spooky.
Right, back at last.
How's it feel?
Well, just walking into the ether, it's like taking me back again. This ether will never change. Purely simply because of the residual energy. I can sense them from here.
Really?
Yeah.
My heart's beating.
Is it?
Really fast.
Okay, well, those sorts of things happen. But you will be okay.
Okay, I'm in one of the most haunted places in the UK with Derek Acorah. I'm feeling a little bit scared now.
Well, yeah, I don't blame you for feeling a little bit scared, you know, because the energies that are afoot here at times, especially from the residual energy, can affect. You don't have to be a medium.
Yeah.
You can be what we call clairsentient, and you are, because since birth, every person's born psychic. You're no different. So that clairsentience stays with you.
How did you realise you had these supernatural powers? Did it come when you were young, 5-year-old, or...?
Well, my first spiritual experience was at the tender age of 6 in my grandmother's house when I encountered a spirit man. A man that I saw, could hear him speak to me, walked over to me, touched my hair, ruffled my hair. So to me, it wasn't a ghost or a spirit at that age. I didn't know anything about spirits then. All I knew, there was a big strange man in my grand's house. And then, trying to push away the psychic gifts as they were developing, denying them, didn't want to know, want to be a footballer. And I ended up in Australia playing for a club in the First Division South Australian League. By this time I was 26 going into 27, and unfortunately, sick as what I was, I'd had a knee injury and that finished me in the game. I quickly came back over to the UK and I thought, what can I do? I'm not like trained up for anything. And I remembered what my gran said, you'll eventually come and you'll work in this way. I was very aware when climbing that metal ladder, again for the 4th time, that there was this group of energy that was actually here, although I was only just making my way up. And the moment I got my whole body up here, it was like, whew, into there. Now, I feel that they are aware that we know they're here. But very sure, I'm going to ask you to walk through there with me. Now, there may be, if they stand the ground, you may feel.
I'm ready to feel.
Okay? If one of them is willing to talk to me, give me some kind of indication. I know they're in there. Spirit body, most certainly, is very difficult to pick up in the daylight as opposed to the dark.
Thank you. Okay.
I like to think that I'm a little bit of a pioneer in spirit. Yes, I've gone in where lions dare to tread, and yeah, the criticism has been hand and foot with it. And I understand that, I embrace that, I take that. But you know something about it? It doesn't matter one iota to me.
No.
It just over my shoulders.
And a lot of people will say or think, say for example, if you come here to Brannigans, do you know where you're going when you're filming for these TV shows in advance, so you can look up on the internet where you're going?
If you get in touch with all the people that have worked with me, the different production companies, they would tell you very honestly, we used to have them in a hotel. Sometimes miles and miles away, sometimes in other towns. And then we would we'd send a runner in a vehicle, pick him up, take him in the dead of night. I stand my ground and say I've always worked for spirits, never for a production company. Yeah. Up here, in this area, especially here, is the vortex for the Reverend to come in from the realm of spirit in which he dwells, up here.
Are they still here now?
They're here, but they're what we call dispersed, they're listening. To the lovely group, if you wish to in any way communicate with us, please, and especially for these lovelies that are here with me, it's entirely up to you. Knock on something, do something, move something, go close to the cameraman, tug on one of the jackets, come around this lovely lady here and stroke her head, do something. Let her feel your spiritual energy.
I can hear a breathing noise.
Can you? Well, it is one that's swirling around us here now.
Well, people can come and see you in Manchester, the 22nd and 23rd of February. Where are you going to be on it?
Yes, on those dates I'm going to be on the Manchester Opera House, and I hope all the lovely people who are going to come along, that they get their truth, that they see that their loved ones live on, and give them hope.
And there's also always a place for Derek Acorah. You've brought lots of entertainment to lots of households.
Well, I hope so, I hope so. And because I enjoy my work. People have said, oh God, you know, the frightening aspect, look at his face, he's cringing, he's this and the other. Well, that's all part and parcel of what I've got to go through to achieve this, to show people. Well, bring it on.
He's not cringy, he's a very handsome man. I've enjoyed spending the day with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.